After the disappointment of not making the GB team for the Rio Paralympics in 2016, Jaco took a step back to reassess. It's done him the world of good.
Dealing with that disappointment, I just knew I couldn't live that way and carried on the way I lived and the sacrifice that I actually did put in to getting selected for another 4 years. It wasn't reasonable. And it was a very, very hard decision for me to actually step back, to make that decision to leave British cycling. But all I needed to do was I needed to find the passion and the love for cycling again, because at that stage I didn't have it. I lost it. It was so, like I say, it was just so, it consumed my life in every single aspect, and I didn't enjoy it. I couldn't just get on my bike and ride. There was always a hard race figure I needed to get. There was always a power figure I needed to get. There was always something I needed to do within a ride. I couldn't just ride my bike. And that's what I've gone off to do. I just gone off and rode my bike again. And I fell in love. I've gone on to do the race across America, the Cape Epic. We rode through Patagonia unsupported bikepacking for a month. Thousands of kilometers still riding my bike, but I was loving it. And that for me was the biggest change. And as long as I keep loving the sport, the performances and the results will come. So that's my biggest kind of secret to a degree. As long as I love it, I think the results will come.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Great Britain.
He'll be pulling on all that renewed passion in Japan, where he'll be competing across 5 events.
I can't stand here wanting to go to the Paralympics and not think about medals. And I've got a very busy schedule. I'm riding 5 events. That's every single event there is possible. Of course, I can't train for all of them specifically, so my focus is very much on the individual pursuit and the road race, and those are the 2 that I want a medal coming back around my neck.
Jaco speaks about being part of the London 2012 legacy, as the fire to compete at the highest level was lit when he watched from the stands. He went on to become a vital part of Team UK for the inaugural Invictus Games in 2014, winning double gold.
The Invictus Games played a huge part, like you say, the kind of just what the event offered, what it could be like by going to a Paralympic Games. I remember that night, I remember it so clearly. I barely slept. I was so nervous the night before to, 2.5 hours sleep or something like that, to then go and ride the next day. I was so nervous to then still perform, and it almost gives you a comfort blanket to a degree. Like if I do go to a games, I can actually still perform at the highest level with very little sleep and being nervous. But in the meantime, we've actually learned to channel those nerves in a better way and actually use that as energy now, and actually that can help us spur on the events that we're going to be taking part in.
Jaco also won a gold and a silver medal at the Invictus Games in Orlando in 2016. On his return to British cycling, he says he's a much improved athlete, both in body and in mind, and ready for Paralympic success. Kath Brazier, Forces News, Manchester. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos just like this one.